Welcome to another edition of The Story Behind the Car. We're with Wade, and he's about to show us his 1970 Pontiac GTO Judge Convertible.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So what can I tell you about the car?
Well, how long have you had it, Wade?
Tom, I bought it in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 13 years now. It was just being completed, its restoration.
Okay.
It was an original Ohio car, and it had kind of the Ohio flaws,
Yes.
if you will. You know, a lot of rust here and there, but it was a running, driving car. And I bought it from a well-known collector called Phil Silva.
Okay.
And he was kind enough to pass it over to me as a new caretaker.
Yeah. And I'm going to just wander around. Now, the paint and the stripes, is that factory original? I know it's not original paint, but
yep. So this car, it's been restored. This color is called Orbit Orange. Orbit Orange was the signature color in 1970 for judges. The judge option on GTOs, John DeLorean came out with it in 1969 and wanted to make a big splash and kind of promote sales of GTOs in 69, and came out with the judge option in 69, and as such made a signature color in 69, which was carousel red. Okay. aka hugger orange in Chevy terms, but carousel red. So the first 2,000 cars were carousel red. In 1970, they continued the judge option and offered it in a convertible as well as a hardtop. But they didn't want to reuse the carousel red.
And I'm just, mic flipped over, so I'm just gonna put it back so we don't mute you. Okay, sorry about that.
So they didn't want to reuse carousel red, so instead they went with this new color called Orbit Orange.
Okay.
And it was, unlike in 1969, this was an exclusive color to judges only. So, and it became the signature color, although, as you can see from this row of Judge convertibles, you could get in these convertibles in different colors.
Yes.
But the Orbit Orange was the signature color, and to this day, when you're talking about the cream of the crop, the Judge came in either hardtop or convertible form, this being a convertible, came with the Ram Air 3 or optional Ram Air 4 engine, and auto or 4-speed. So this is an Orbit Orange Ram Air 4 4-speed Judge convertible, and it's the only one in existence in Orbit Orange.
Really?
Wow. Known to exist.
Yes, yes.
So, and by these cars in general are very rare. Ram Air 4 Judge convertibles, there are only 13 known to exist in 1970, and we have a display of 8 of them here, 8 of the 13 cars, which is the first time this many cars have been gathered in one display. But of those 13 cars, there's one automatic Orbit Orange and then my 4-speed.
Holy cow. You educated me big time. I didn't know any of that. And I'm just going to walk over. I'm going to show the judge, and then we can look at the inside, if that's okay.
Absolutely. So this interior this is a saddle interior, an Orbit Orange. This car has interesting origins. This car was ordered by a African American fellow in Ohio who was the leader of this gang called the Black Knights, Knights, and this was their gang car.
Really?
And as I understand, at the time, so this fellow that ordered it new wanted to buy as gold and bright of a car as possible, which is why the Orbit Orange, but fast.
Yeah.
So you got the Ram Air 4 4-speed, and saddle interior with a dark gold convertible top, as flashy as you could get in 1970. So it is a one-of-one creation, and
very amazing.
A very unique car and a unique history.
Yes. And is this the build sheet?
This is the build sheet. So this is the type of paperwork you can get from Pontiac Historical Services, PHS.
Okay.
We're very fortunate as a hobby that such a thing exists. Pontiacs from I think 61 through 85 or so have this resource that all of the original invoices by VIN number are available, and you can, for around $100 or so, send it into this organization, and they'll send you this paperwork, which is exactly all the options that your car came with.
Yeah.
So it really helps in authenticating these rare and original cars to know, is it really a Judge? Is it really a Ram Air 4? And these type of options, how it was originally equipped, and that's the kind of documentation you get.
Yeah.
So further authenticating the uniqueness of this very car.
And I see there's a memorial plaque in the front seat.
Yes.
Was that a previous owner, I'm assuming?
No, that was after I had originally restored it and took it to its first big show, which is GTO Nationals. This car was honored with Best of Show at the GTO Nationals, and that was a previous senior member of the GTO Nationals.
Oh, okay.
And so that became, it's the honorary award for Best of Show under his name.
Okay, and I'll just shoot that real quick. And you had, when I walked up, you were just putting down the top, and it looks very nice without the with the top down.
Yeah, I like the look of convertibles with the top down, and apparently I'm the only one who feels that way now. So hopefully maybe I start a trend that all of these fellows along this row will put their tops down as well.
Yeah.
So that top is kind of a little bit of an interesting story there. So I bought this car knowing it was a very, very rare and unique car. But that top, this kind of unique color of dark gold. So they had black, white, green, I think, no, blue and dark gold. I don't remember the third color. But the dark gold convertible tops were used on Oldsmobiles and other GM products like Pontiac, but nobody was replicating that top material.
Okay.
And the previous owner had tried and not been successful at getting some top material. And I just knew how rare and unique this car was. So I was able to, through my sources, find an original sample of what dark gold material looked like from a booklet that you would get, like when a sample of upholstery and
from the
stuff
sales.
Yeah. And I organized with Hart's back east, and who makes this fabric. And to do a special run of this material, I had to buy 500 yards, roughly 100 tops worth of this material, just to get my one top, because I wanted to go to that level of detail to get that. So, and as a benefit, now other people who have needed the dark gold, I've shared that material and just given it away, and so other people have benefited from that. And but that was the level of detail that I tried to go to in the restoration of this car back to its original condition.
Very nice. And we'll slide away down the back. I always like the wheel covers, and I think maybe the steering wheel had PMD, Pontiac Motor Division, on it.
It did?
Yeah.
Of course, an interesting feature of Judges, focusing on this feature. So John DeLorean, when he was first developing the concept of the Judge in '69, he was intending for it to compete with the Roadrunner. It was very successful, '68, which was budget performance car, and that budget minded. And originally they had a concept of making the Judge kind of a lower end option of the GTO.
Wow.
And with a 350 rather than the 400. And in any case, DeLorean came in. Of course, the Judge being his, or the GTO being his baby from the get-go, he said, absolutely no way, won't happen. There's no way such a small engine's going to go into my GTO. We're putting the 400, and it completely changed gears at that point and became an high-end car.
Yes.
The Ram Air 3 became standard with only the Ram Air 4 optional. It came with the Hearst shifter, spoilers, a number of signature features, the Judge stripes, of course the unique coloring. But the one holdout, interestingly enough, from its '69 origins when it was going to be a budget car, one of the concessions they made for the budget was to remove the trim rings.
Okay.
Chrome trim ring around the wheel hub. That remained. So all real Judges don't have all the options you could get on a GTO except no trim ring.
Wow.
So that's a unique look and presentation
Yeah.
of all judges.
That is so amazing. Such insight. Thank you.
Yeah.
And can you tell us anything about the scoop, the rear spoiler?
The rear spoiler, this is called an airfoil. In fact, I could be wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But this unique spoiler for 1970.
And just fold it over again with that background noise. Thank you.
So the unique spoiler for 1970 for judges only, although I believe it became optional on all GTOs, but a unique feature of judges. You can see this whole row here of these Ram Air 4 Judge convertibles are so equipped. 69, which there may, that row over there is from 64 to 74, one of each year represented, a very, very unique and rare cars. So over there you may see in 69, the 69 airfoil, like the 69 Trans Am wing, actually curled over, and although it didn't make contact, there was a small seal or something that would keep it from touching the quarter panel, but it didn't. So, but it basically made a U shape. Well, what they kind of later realized is if you're standing here and you're holding your hand against here and your buddy closes the trunk lid, you're going to get whacked.
Yeah.
So they changed that design for 70s and subsequent years, and the wing on the 70 judges, became this more flat.
Wow, you are bringing all kinds of knowledge here. This is great. And what is the significance of the license plate?
Nothing. Just I'm from California, and California makes it very difficult on collectors to make their cars affordable to drive.
Yeah.
But they do have a special program called a historic vehicle program.
Okay.
And as long as the car follows certain rules and regulations, being 25 years and older and of significant historical significance, then you can get a historic vehicle and a plate, and it's the registration value is not based on the value of the car, it's just a flat rate of $100.
Yes. Are you restricted on the miles you can drive it?
You're restricted on how you can drive the car. You can only drive it, you can't just daily drive it. You can drive it in car show related functions or parades or things like that.
Yeah.
The police won't hassle you, but generally they just don't expect that you're just driving it as a daily driver.
Yes.
As long as you're doing some car related thing, which this tends to do, it doesn't often just go to the supermarket. So
you're not a daily driver on this one.
So that works well for me.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll slide down the driver's side. Is it okay if I open the driver's door?
Sure.
Man, that interior is just beautiful.
So that the level again, and part of it was me, part of it was Phil's dedication to doing the restoration before me, but they sourced an entire car just for that dash pad. That's an original dash pad, a saddle dash pad out of a GTO. The one that was in this car just was too far gone to be restored.
Beautiful, beautiful. And 55,000 original miles?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Like I said, some of that was maybe a little more harshly ridden than the light mileage I put on it.
And is it possible to see the engine?
Yeah. This will take a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought maybe there was a release inside. I'm going to walk around to the other side.
Oh, he's filming this. Hang on, just one. Oh, let me introduce myself in a second.
I just assumed there was a release on the inside.
No, sir. Even at this stage of the game, I think maybe they offered it as an option, but no, it all had the external hood releases.
Well, that's a very large engine and a very large engine bay.
That is correct. So again, this is the optional Ram Air 4.
Okay.
Different air cleaner setup. all the Ram Airs had this special intake system that
Yes.
would suck air through actuator-controlled handle inside the car. You can open and close this. If there was inclement weather, then you can close it and keep the rain out. But
Okay.
open it for that extra boost of fresh air getting into the engine.
And what size motor?
This is a 400 cubic inch. The Ram Air 4 though had different heads, different intake, different carburation. They call them oval port, just much physically larger intake and exhaust ports, and really free breathing. Factory rating, of course, back then, you know, they didn't really. They were conservative in their ratings to kind of make it sound more enticing to buyers, but not go too far to make it too difficult to insure.
Yes.
So the Ram Air 3 was 366 horsepower. The Ram Air 4 was only 4 extra horsepower, 370. But in reality, it was closer to 400.
Yeah.
And the Ram Air 3 is more likely its factory correct stated horsepower rating.
Yes.
But yeah, this was really a performance engine of its day, and it's got a very nice sound to it.
Yeah.
So,
And what is your favorite feature on the vehicle, Wade?
well, other than the Orbit Orange paint, which is its signature thing, I just love the 60s style writing and the flashiness of, you know, the Judge insignia.
Yeah.
That, of course, DeLorean came from that, from the old Rowan and Martin Laughing
Yeah.
show. Here Come the Judge, that skit.
Yeah.
And so he named this car. But I have quite a collection of cars, and they all are cars of this era that are just demanding your attention. And this car fits that mold perfectly. It just, wherever it's parked, it just is a statement that
Yes.
it's over the top and demands your attention. So I just love that persona about it.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so very much, Wade. We appreciate you telling us the
Tom.
story and sharing your car.
Likewise, thank you so much.
Thank you.